Me too.
Okay, good evening, everyone. It's 6:07. I'd like to officially call this meeting of the Governors Commission on Asian Pacific American Affairs to order. Thank you all for making time to join us today and for the work you continue to do in our communities. As a reminder, please keep your microphones muted when not speaking and raise your hand or signal if you would like to contribute. Sending a message in the chat. Let's be mindful about time so that we can cover our full agenda. Again, welcome. I want to give a special shout out to our youth fellows for joining us tonight. Youth fellows, please wave to be recognized. So good to see you all. Thank you for being with us. And we are also honored to have two guests tonight. Special thanks to our speaker, Katie. She is Assistant Vice President of Marketing, Innovation, and Program Development at Maryland State Employees Credit Union (SECU). And also, Katie is going to introduce her colleague. Right? Is that correct? Okay. And welcome. We are very honored to have both of them join us tonight. Let's begin our meeting. The first item on the agenda, adoption of the agenda. Thank you, Administrative Director Poi, for distributing the agenda. You have all received a copy of today's agenda. Before we proceed with adoption, are there any proposed changes or additions? If there are no changes, may I have a motion to adopt the agenda as presented?
I motion.
Is there a second?
I second motion.
Lisa, you have taken.
Who said the motion?
I did.
Tim
That was Tim.
said the motion. Isabel second the motion.
Thank you.
All in favor, please raise your hand or use the virtual hand feature.
Jesse, Commissioner Jesse Sue, if you can turn your mute. Thank you.
Aye.
Any opposed? I'm lowering Amy's hand. I assume that the hand raised was for the previous approval one. So hearing none, the agenda is adopted. Thank you, everyone. Next, we'll move to the approval of the minutes from our last commission meeting. Thank you again, Administrative Director Poi, for sending this out. Are there any corrections or edits to those minutes?
Commissioner Larry Law, you're on mute.
For some reason, my name was missing on present last time. I was there.
Thank you for the correction. Are we taking notes of that?
Yes.
Okay. So with this correction, may I have a motion to approve these minutes with the correction of Larry was being at the meeting last time?
Yes.
May I have a second?
Second.
Lisa, so Larry made a motion, Brian seconded the motion. All in favor, please raise your hand or use the virtual hand feature.
Aye.
Did we get everybody?
Yes, Chair.
Any opposed? Hearing none, thank you. The motion has been approved and the minutes are now approved. At this time, I'd like to invite our Administrative Director Poi to share her opening remarks. And Administrative Director Poi, thank you for your continued support. Please take it away.
Thank you, Chair Yu. I wanted to just remind everybody again that we need to be showing our faces. We need to be seated in a safe place with your face showing on the screen during the meeting with the flag in the background. And if you are having any kind of problems in having the flag in the background, please contact Lisa, who will resend the flag and then walk you through the steps on having that as the background. Secondly, I want to welcome everybody back from summer. We had a kind of a little hiatus, but people were still busy. Representing the Governor's Commission on Asian Pacific American Affairs, I attended 32 meetings on your behalf and attended 22 events. And the commissioners, you have attended 19 events. Yay! Want to remind everybody to continue informing both myself and Chair Yu when you want to attend an event as a commissioner, representing as a commissioner. If you are planning to represent as a commissioner, the information for that event needs to be completed in our SOP. We have the GOCI event request form. Some of you are using it, and some of you tell me afterwards that you didn't put the information down, and you ask if the event that you went to counts, and it does not. So you need to put that information down into the form. It needs to be approved by GOCI before it can be considered as representation at the event. If you have any questions about that, you can certainly contact me offline and I can walk you through that. But several of you are using it, and just want to give you a shout out for that. We do appreciate it. It was mentioned in today's staff meeting that it was appreciated that both of my commissions are using the GOCI event request form. So wanted to say thank you for and continue to do so. And also this summer, we also had some busy activities with the Youth Fellows. So it's very nice to see you here this evening. And now I'd like to welcome Katie Lane Weber, and she will be introducing Quill Hamilton. They are with SECU, which is the State Employees Credit Union. She is the AVP of the Marketing and Innovation and Program Development. She's a seasoned brand strategist and program architect with 18 years of experience leading high-impact marketing initiatives across industries. Beginning her career in the global beauty sector, Katie brings a unique blend of creative innovation and operational precision to her work, ensuring brand experiences resonate deeply and deliver measurable results. At SECU Maryland, she leads cross-functional efforts to advance financial wellness, member engagement, and brand visibility. Her strategic foresight has shaped award-winning campaigns in industry-first programs, including the trademarked FinSmart program, a hybrid finance fair, and a statewide kindness campaign that achieved over 500,000 acts of kindness. Driven by empathy and fueled by purpose, Katie excels at bridging brands, business, and community. She's known for her ability to anticipate future opportunities, build trusted partnerships across departments, and elevate culture from the inside out, crafting brand stories that inspire action and create lasting impact. Katie?
Christina, thank you so much. What a wonderful welcome, and good evening to everybody on this call. We are so thankful to be a part of it. We have some good information and messages to share with you. And we really look to see how we can partner together to really spread financial education and financial wellness throughout our communities. I have joining me today Quill Hamilton, who is our Financial Wellness Program Director. He is my partner in all things financial wellness related, and he is an incredible coach and teacher across our communities, all life stages, from kindergartners all the way to our seniors, teaching different topics around financial education and financial wellness. So thank you so much, Quill, for joining us as well.
Thank you. Thank you for the invite, guys. Thank you very much.
All right. Christina, I would like to share some slides. Would you like for me to pull them up, or does your team want to pull them up?
Excuse me, I'm on hold, I'm mute, excuse me. Why don't you go ahead and pull them up yourself, and we will give you the admin access so that you can go ahead and control
Okay.
the
I did
presentation.
already. I have
Okay.
Christina. Okay.
Great, thank you, Lisa.
Okay, you should be seeing my screen now. In print mode.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, wonderful. I'm taking one of your time. It sounds like you're very, very busy. Lots of events going on. First of all, I am so impressed by the number of events that you all have attended, shown up and represented the commission at. So just kudos to you and all the hard work from this team. So financial wellness, we work with CQ Credit Union. And just to level set around what a credit union is, we have a business model where we're not owned by our shareholders, we're owned by our members. So we really answer to our members. We have a fiduciary responsibility to take care of the credit union and to give back to our communities and our members through lower profit or lower loan rates rather when they're borrowing money, or higher interest rates when they're saving money. We also do a ton in our community. As Christina had mentioned, we kicked off our kindness campaign about 5 years ago. And this year, I'm happy to announce, it starts October 1st, all throughout the month of October. Our goal is to spread 1 million acts of kindness across our communities. So if you're interested in learning more about that, please visit the CQ Kindness website, where you can find all kinds of great virtual activities, digital e-cards that you can send to brighten somebody's day, and every act of kindness, no matter how big or small, counts. So anything that you can do to help us reach that goal would be appreciated. Okay, so a little bit more about CQ. We were founded in 1951, so we're over 70 years old. We have numerous ways, not just working for the state or being a state employee to join the credit union. There's a good 1,900 different ways. So pretty much everybody can be a member. We're actually around 300,000 members at this point. So we're a very large credit union, the Maryland state largest. Our footprint, we have 23 financial centers and 1 digital center, and we have over 50,000 ATMs for you to access completely for free. The size of our credit union is what makes us the largest. We are $5 billion and growing. And I will share something really fun with you. We have the very first virtual financial center, which essentially means that you can go online to our CQ website, get in touch with a teller immediately. You don't have to even leave your house to do your banking. So for financial wellness, we focus on 3 different areas. We have learning opportunities really by life stage. And I don't want to confuse that either though with age specific. These are events that are happening in your life. So while we have topics that we cover that are foundational, budget, saving, spending, we also cover things that prepare you for various life events like buying your first home, buying your first car, refinancing your house, buying your first house, sending your child to college. So we teach all across various different topics. We offer those tailored solutions. So many of our products that we offer at CQ are geared towards helping people across their financial journey. So like I mentioned, your first car, your first home, we have products that are built and tailor-made for where you may be in your life. Partnerships, we have deep partnerships all across the state of Maryland with our schools, with various policymakers, nonprofits. In fact, I'm working with about 28 nonprofits right now as we go through kindness. So we have lots of incredible partners that we work with where we help spread, teach financial education and financial wellness. We are focused, and our mission really is focused on delivering and empowering students, families, and educators through our financial wellness. And it's our commitment to our state to deliver free, age-appropriate financial education, because the rising tide lifts all boats. We have young Marylanders who are equipped with the information that they need to make good financial decisions, the stronger our state will be. We have tailored programs for students of all ages, from kindergarten through college, families, as well as educators. We work very closely with several partners like the Maryland Council of Economic Education to reach teachers all across the state. We come to you. So we are available to come and teach financial education at events. If you're attending lots of events and you say, hey, this might be a great audience, especially for our youth fellows. If you have a young audience that would benefit from financial education, we will certainly make ourselves available to support you in that way. We go to schools, we help with professional development days. So this is a benefit to the organizations that we work with. And our programs are always changing, really depending on our partners. So again, we offer free financial sessions. They're totally flexible. We can customize those sessions depending on the needs of our audience. So whether it's this audience that I'm speaking to right now, if you come together and align on a topic that you feel would be very beneficial for you, maybe it's 2 or 3 or 4 different topics, that's totally fine. We have a lot to pull from, a ton of resources. So we're here to help teach you the knowledge that you need. But also, if you're going to various events out into the community and are interested in teaching some specific topic, again, we can be there for you. Our formats range anywhere between 30 minutes to an hour. We like to give enough time for Q&A and create a dialogue. We have lots of prizes and incentives and things to make it exciting, because we know that talking about finances is not the most exciting topic in the world, but you walk away feeling really empowered, which is great for overall mental wellness too. So again, kind of where we teach, we covered this component too. It's not limited to these things, but I did want to give an idea of where we show up. A lot of events where we can get a little bit of time in a room with a lot of people. We love to do that. Professional development days, coming to meetings like this, parent and student nights, school events, other things like that. In terms of programs, so when we think about programs, this is where we have a deeper relationship where we can come back multiple times and teach. We have specific tailor-made programs for K through middle school with our youth program. This has been an absolutely incredible program for us, where we're able to go into elementary schools, more specifically like younger audiences, teach them about the basics of finances, and then put it all into action as they're earning what we call CQ dollars that they can go spend afterwards, or they can save for the next time that we return. We have CQ FinSmart, which is that digital app that simulates real life. It goes through a whole year of real life, of things that they're going to have to learn to navigate and make very tough decisions and choices along the way. We also have our FinWell program. This is tailored more for young adults all the way to seniors. This is really over the course of at least 3 to 4 series of learning topics where we come together, we incentivize you for being there, and do a lot of other exciting things to engage. So these are more like programs that's not just kind of a one-time opportunity to teach. This gives you a breakdown of what you can expect. We usually start with kind of a level set understanding of who the credit union is, who CQ is, an overview of our financial program, and then we go into learning. This is an idea of some of the topics that we can teach on. So budgeting and money basics, retirement planning, caring for adults. I know Quill, you could agree to this one. Quill's out and about doing most of our teaching with the help of our financial center team. And this topic in particular seems to come up quite a bit with our aging population. So caring for adults has been a hit. Navigating life events, future protecting for your family, going through insurance options, and that sort of thing. These are our partners. You may know some of them, so I did want to call them out. These are the partners that we work with specifically for financial education. We work very closely with Junior Achievement, the Maryland Council of Economic Education, Cash Campaign of Maryland. We are partnered and we were the first credit union to bring Greenlight for free to our members in the state of Maryland, as well as Green Path for more financial counseling. Okay, and that wraps up the presentation portion of our time together. But I did want to open it up for any questions that you may have. Quill and I would be happy to answer. And I will also drop my email information and Quill's contact information in the chat before we hang up. That way, if you want to email any thoughts or questions directly, you're more than welcome to do so.
Thank you, Katie. We deeply value CQ's connection to the community, and thank you for that informative presentation. And also, Quill, thank you so much for being here. Any questions from our team?
Evening, this is Commissioner Brian Gerardo. Just had a question. I really thank you for the presentation. And is there cultural oriented workshops or things that you do, especially in terms of the AAPI community when you go in?
We don't have any like tailor-made programs or content specifically for any groups. However, if there is a topic that you feel is more prevalent that needs to be covered for your particular group, we're happy to modify or focus in and drill deep down into a topic that may be more important.
Thank you.
Okay, go ahead.
I wanted to ask how long does it take for the training?
It depends on the topic, but we can teach anywhere between 30 minutes to an hour.
Yes. Can you tell me a little bit more about the topic caring for adults?
Yes. So we go through the kind of the preparation. I'm going through the presentation in my head right now as I'm answering this. We give a checklist of things that you can do to prepare with an aging parent. So things that you're going to want, things that you're going to want to make sure that you're talking about with your aging adult. Things like, do you have insurance? Do you have a will? Do you have estate planning? Talking about other insurance and taxes. So there's a whole host of topics that you want to make sure that you're talking with your loved one about. And then it goes through, what do you do now when you have essentially power of attorney and you need to start making decisions on their behalf? It goes through a lot of information there. Quill, do you have anything to add to that one?
We also have some resources that a lot of folks don't know about that can assist them when they're caring for their elderly family member. So because there are a lot of resources in Maryland, the state of Maryland, that you can use and utilize for free that can assist you when you do that. So we give you those resources as well.
Yes, because I asked the question. I'm talking with some caregiver at adult daycare. When I asked the question, the way the answer I don't quite understand. They work at the adult daycare about the estate. What is estate trust and living will, living trust, power of attorney, something like that. I might understand, so explain to the senior more. Because the difference between a living trust and living will. That's confusing.
It is, yeah, all of these things can be very confusing, and the minute we start taking care of our loved ones, all of these new words end up being said. And most of the times we haven't been equipped with the knowledge that we need to really kind of sort through and work through those things. So we do try to teach, here's a lot of new words you're going to start hearing, and here's what they mean. We've got a good, I don't know, Quill, there's like 15 in there probably, but I completely understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I placed my email address in the chat. So if you have a question regarding that, if you needed some of that information, I can forward some of that out to you. So you can have some of the resources, so you can decide, you'll be able to know exactly what the difference between those, the living will, trust. So I can send
Living
that out.
will, living trust, power of Anthony. Oh, many things. Yes.
Yep. So you shoot me an email, I'll send that and get that
Thank you.
sent out
Thank
to you.
you.
You're welcome.
Tim?
So I live in Baltimore City, and I was wondering if there are any classes that you guys do in Baltimore City public schools, because I actually think the knowledge you guys have would be really important to share with many of the young people, because in our communities here, regardless of their ethnicity. So I was just wondering, is this something that you guys actually do?
That is a really good question, and thanks for bringing that up, Tim. We have partnered with Teach for America and have specifically sponsored 5 schools down in the city. And when I say that, I mean giving back to them through financial education. So actually coming to their schools, fulfilling teacher lists and wish lists and things like that. So we kind of even go deeper with them to make sure they have the supplies that they need. And then Quill, you probably have quite a handful of schools that you've got lined up and working with individually. So outside of our partnerships where we've just made relationships with teachers, most of that coming through Maryland Council of Economic Education. That's where we meet most of our teachers. But Quill?
Yes, we do have a number of schools that we are working with, and the list of them I don't have off the top of my head, but we are in the city. We're working with schools in Baltimore City, Baltimore County, Anne Arundel County, Howard County, Prince George's County. So we're all over the place working with the school system, and it is something that's really needed in the school system. And a few years ago, you didn't hear many schools or educators talking about that, but now it's like a must. So I had 2 calls today regarding with public schools regarding bringing financial education into their schools. So it's keeping me busy. Let me just say it that way, Tim. It's keeping me busy, being in the school system and the public school system and teaching these young students how to be fiscally responsible so that when they become adults like us, they won't make the mistakes that we may have made growing up.
Absolutely, Quill. Absolutely. And that's one of the things too, and just thinking about the state standpoint, we are one of the states that does not currently require financial education in the classroom. Although teachers are very, very hungry for it and are looking for support. Somewhere at some point, those things are going to merge. I know that we do a lot of advocacy work. We work with the Maryland DC Council of Credit Union Association. We have a legislator advocate on that side of the fence, really helping to drive this one home. So we're doing everything that we can to support it in the school systems and give the teachers of what they need. So as much as we can be a resource, we want to be.
Thank you, Katie. I see Lana's hand, and then Isabel.
Hi. I was just wondering, in terms of further accessibility, especially across language barriers, does CQ have like translation services available for the website or like your education materials or online banking stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we do have translators within the branch system. So we do. So if someone calls into our customer service, they can find someone that can translate. So we do have that service for anyone who, and we have a number of different languages that they can speak. So we do have translators there at CQ here. Material wise, I'm not sure if we have the material translated. So, but I know we do have translators who can translate it for you.
Yeah, and this is something it is on our docket of things to do. It's almost like once we start, it opens up a huge, huge project for us because we want the end-to-end experience to be the same. So once we start in our materials, then we've got to go all the way through the entire journey and all the different touch points for our members. But it's there. It's something that we're talking about, and we've started the process of it.
Awesome. Thank you. Isabel?
Katie and Quill, thank you for providing us all that great information. You mentioned that you work with certain school systems. Do you have a list of all the schools that you're working with? And also, how does a school get on the list?
Yes. Okay. So we could easily provide a list. Quill keeps that one running. It grows every single day of all the schools that we're working with. And again, this runs from elementary school all the way to universities,
Okay.
with University of Maryland being our largest partner. We also work with Salisbury, Frostburg, Towson. You've probably seen the Towson CQ Arena.
Morgan as well.
Morgan State. I know you're not asking specifically for universities, but those ones are like easy top of mind for me. Then your second question, could you repeat that for me?
Oh, how would a school get on your list?
Okay. So right now, and because we've actually only been at this, Quill and I, in earnest for probably 6-8 months.
Yes.
Okay.
And the way that we've found our contacts so far is through the Maryland Council of Economic Education. We attend their events, we sponsor their events. We also are incorporated into their newsletters that go out to teachers who are part of that. We like to show up to where teachers are. So if there's conferences for educators, we tend to go to those to introduce ourselves and collect information for anyone who would like to be connected or partnered with us. The last component to this, by the end of the year, you'll be able to visit the cqmd.org website, where you'll be able to submit a request as an educator to partner with CQ and for CQ to come in. So if we don't come to you and you come to us, at least you'll have a way to be able to communicate with us through our website.
Oh, that's wonderful. You said this CQ Educator, you said?
I'll put it, it's going to be on our website.
Okay, great. Thank you.
I'll put that
That
on.
would be very informative to many of the students and in high school.
Oh, absolutely. And most of the information too that I share this evening will end up being available for public visibility. And then we can also then have a forum for people to request more information or for us again to come in and teach.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Katie. Any other question, Ty?
Yes, that's a good question. You mentioned that you have 23 centers in the state of Maryland and 1 digital center. Can you tell me what is digital center? Is it central?
That's our virtual center where you can speak with a live person, just like we're talking now.
Oh.
From 9 a.m. to 8 p.m., Monday through Thursday.
How?
And from 9 to 6 on Friday and from 9 to 2 on Saturday. So if you don't want to come to a bank to say, open a CD, open a checking account, open a savings account, apply for an auto loan, apply for a home equity, you have a live person that you can schedule an appointment with, and they can take all your information right there and do everything right there. So you don't have to even walk into a branch.
How? By make a phone call or what?
No, if you'd like, let me show. I'll show it to you. It's sometimes just a little bit easier to see it. This is our website. Hit the share button. This is our website. And when you come here at the top, you'll see Virtual Financial Center.
Okay.
You just click that button. Here, are you ready to talk now? Okay, cool. So you just hit the button And you go into a virtual lobby. And then as soon as someone's available, they come to you, they pop up on screen, and they just talk to you.
Okay. Oh,
A
That's
live person, just like we're talking to you now, a live
okay.
person.
Convenience.
Yep.
Okay.
We meet you where you need to be met.
Thanks.
Thank you. Katie, you also mentioned free education to the educators and schools. Is that just for the first time, or if, like, say, schools would like to invite you come back again, is that also free for them for repeated visits? Okay.
Absolutely. Yep.
We don't charge
We
a
have-
dime for this.
Nope. This
there's
is our
many
give back
times.
to the community.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you.
Yep.
That's
We also work with we have a oh goodness, I'm gonna mess it up, but we have CQMD Foundation, which is our nonprofit. That foundation raises funds that are given back through paying for some of these seminars, some of the incentives and giveaways, the materials and supplies that it costs for us to go out and do this and teach. So that channel funds a lot of our efforts. So we like to always mention that to help raise funds for the students that we're supporting.
Awesome. Thank you. Any other questions? Okay, thank you again, Katie and Quill, for being here. It's very, very helpful. And please feel free to stay with us for the rest of the evening, or feel free to enjoy the rest of your evening at your own pace.
Thank you so much. Thanks for all the wonderful questions. It was so nice to meet everybody. If you need anything or have any follow-up questions, please feel free to email me. Quill and I will definitely get back to you really quick.
Thank you.
All right, guys, take care.
All right.
Take
Thank
care.
you.
Bye, Quill. Bye, Katie. Thank you so
Bye,
much.
Katie. Bye, Quill.
Bye.
All right. Thank you, Christina, for inviting them. Has been very, very informative presentation, very helpful. And we'll now move into our commissioners' events check-in. And this is always a highlight of our meetings, as it showcases the ways that we are engaging with and serving our communities. We'll begin with community engagement and the outreach report. However, before I hand it over, I want to take a moment really to thank Education Committee Chair, Commissioner Isabel Balakid, for her outstanding leadership of the Youth Fellow programs, as well as our amazing Youth Fellows. Again, I feel so proud of you all here. I'm so happy to see you all. And they have accomplished so much over the summer, like Christina mentioned that, including completing numerous interviews as a part of MD 250 initiative. And I want to thank all the commissioners for your willingness and efforts to arrange your time and being interviewed by them. I will leave the detailed updates to Commissioner Balakid during the Education Committee report later in the agenda, but I just wanted to express my gratitude here. And commissioners, please share your updates and outreach to the community organizations that you would like to share. This is really an opportunity for each commissioner to share updates on any events and activities you've attended as well. So let's start with the community outreach and engagement. Anyone wants to go first?
Oh, yes, thank you, Chair Yu. I will go first.
Isabel, I cannot see you. Is that only
I know,
me?
I don't know what happened. I don't know what I did.
Okay. I thought it's just my computer. Sorry.
No, I don't know. I don't know. I apologize for that. Also, I try to get my video back. Anyway, first of all, I want to thank the youth for attending. Lana, Anchi, Calvin. Yeah, raise your hands, okay? Ella, Jojo, Jingwei, Valerie, and Caleb. Thank you so much. Okay, what I want to start first is I'm very honored to fill this position, and I want to share some of the timeline updates of the events that the youth program has participated in, and I want to thank mostly Chair Yang Yu for initiating and forming this youth program. And of course, with the blessings of Executive Director Larry Walker. Since the fall of 2024, the commissioners who were actually involved were Chair Yang Yu, Vice President Roxanne Yamashita, Commissioners Ping Lu, Alana Lee, and Amy Chung Fry, who is also with us here. By the way, Alana Lee is on overseas on vacation, so she could not be with us. Special thanks to former Commissioners Tho Tran and Jarrett Stofas for their contributions to the program. So as you know, back in, I believe early fall last year, we received these applications and resumes, and the candidates had to submit their responses to various questionnaires, which were evaluated and ranked. And on March 1st, the program was launched with 11 of these bright youth fellows who will serve through April 30th, 2026. And their photos were shared at the APAHM event, as well as to all the other commissioners online here. To share what we did, back in May, some of them have participated in our APHM event, and they also participated in our quarterly meeting back then. So we were delighted to see those youths who did join and volunteered. Also, the youth fellows were asked to pick and join an APAA committees, the education, workforce development, the health, the business, economic development, and the arts, culture, and interfaith. And so they chose of their interest, and the list was shared with all the respective committee chairs. So again, commissioners, if you have commissioner chairs or any commissioners, if you have any upcoming events, please share with the youth fellows. And I know that Commissioner Brian Gerardo has done that, and I appreciate that very much. In June 2025, I met with each of the youth individually and or as a group for transparency and to get to know them and to get their ideas and expectations. In July, the youth fellows were given a project to be completed this summer. And they were very, very excited to do these, to get involved. And with the project that they did, as you all know, was a video interviews of the Maryland's. They had to interview either Maryland's prominent figures, family community members, and of course, our commissioners who shared their immigrant stories to be featured at the MD 250 celebration and APAA events. The youth fellows also created a social network to communicate and chat called Group Me. And that's how we coordinated and shared all our comments and kept in touch, and really appreciate that. They worked together to create questions for these interviews, and some interviews were conducted in person, and the videos were completed as of August 15, 2025, and right now they're with Gochi for review. So the youth had fun with this project, and they did it in such a short time frame, and I really appreciate that, and I hope they really had fun doing this. But I'm very thankful for the commissioners for your time and your cooperation. As I don't know, as some of you may know, the theme for this Maryland 250 interview, with the help of Commissioner Alana Lee, we came up with Reflections of Asian Americans' Immigrant Life, How We Are Now. So on July 27th, during the interview projects, all 11 of the youths came together for a meet and greet at a social ice cream in Ellicott City. It was an opportunity for all the youths to meet each other and to collaborate and just have fun. It was such a great day, and special thanks to Commissioners Yang Yu, and Roxanne Yamasita and Young Smith for participating with them. And on August 19th, the Youth Fellows were scheduled to meet and interview Secretary of State Susan Lee, Executive Director Larry Walker in Annapolis. There were 7 youths who participated in the interviews and the conversations. While waiting to enter the Secretary of State building, the Youth Fellows were greeted by Comptroller Brooke Learman, who was walking by. We were trying to set up a meeting with her. So this was such a special honor that she came by and just chatted with them and talked about her role as a comptroller. And then later on, Michael Lohr, the Deputy Director of Secretary of State, stopped over and chatted with them and provided them with some of the his things that he did at his office, and he just was very warm and very welcome. After the interviews, Christina Poi had well, first of all, during the interviews with Secretary of State and Larry Walker, they were, all the youths were able to just had just a frank conversation and open up their ideas and their expectations and about them. So that was it was a very, very nice and welcoming interviews and conversations with the Secretary of State and the Executive Director. So it was oh, and so afterwards, Christina Poi had arranged the youth to tour the Maryland State House. And I don't know if anyone else have ever been there, but if you ever get a chance, you should go there. It's a very nice place to visit and learn about the Maryland State House. So at the State House, yet another impromptu conversation with Secretary Parlimentero provided them with insights. He was coming down the steps, and so he came down and just talked to the youth and provided insights of his services for graduating high school youth. So if you want more information, I can provide that to the group. It was a very long and rewarding day for the youth who cherished their experience and being part of Maryland's leadership. The day ended with dinner and ice cream in Annapolis. And I have a special thanks again to Commissioner Alana Lee, the staff of the Secretary of State, Christina Poi, and Tanaya Jones, who actually extended her time to be with us. It was on her birthday, so she can capture and videotape the interviews, as well as taking photos of the youth and of them at the steps of the Maryland State House. So going forward, although the youth are back in school, there will be several upcoming events for them to participate, such as attending our quarterly APAA meetings, a rescheduled meet with Lieutenant Governor Aruna Miller, help participate and volunteer at the Lunar New Year celebrations, get a legislative mock courtroom, and also research of our Maryland delegates, and participate in our APAA committee events, APA events such as the art competition that will be that Vice President Yamashita will be hosting. And of course, the Maryland 250 celebrations, and at the end, the final award ceremony sometime in May, hopefully May or early June. So, and so it was a very, very busy few months, and I thank everybody, especially the youth and the commissioners, for the time and support. And that's all I have.
Thank you so much, Isabel. Christina, you want to add something?
Yes. I wanted, while the youth fellows are on, I just wanted to remind Commissioner Balakit about the November 17th at 4:30
Oh.
appointment that I've made with the comptroller.
Oh, okay.
I had emailed that out, I think last week,
November 14th. That's okay.
or I sent it out on September 16th
You
to you.
did. You did. I
Yeah.
apologize.
And the rest of the committee. Just wanted to confirm that, so I can confirm that with the comptroller's office, unless there are changes.
Okay, I will confirm with you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Administrative Director Poi, for your efforts. I really appreciate your efforts as well, for your support and making all of this arrangement with all kinds of people's busy schedule and meetings. Oh wow, Isabel, you have accomplished so much. I'm sorry I missed the day. I had to be at my college, but then it sounds like you accomplished so much. So much. I feel so proud.
Just the beginning.
Okay. Okay, I look forward to more to come then. Thank you so much. And
You're welcome.
so anyone else has any updates? If you have reached out to any new organization in the community, or if you have attended or organized some other event you would like to share and let us know, please.
I can share, but I didn't want to follow Isabel.
Please.
Around August 16th, I had the privilege of attending the AAPI Unity Summit in the DC area. Reason I would like to highlight it is it was a gathering of AAPI leaders from all the way from Alaska, all the way to our backyard. So it was fantastic to have all of these leaders in one place, representing many prominent AAPI organizations. But I also just want to shout out Delegate Lily Chi as a representative for the state of Maryland who attended. And for those who are thinking about history and activism, we were also privileged to hear from and meet Helen Zia, who was a keynote at this event. And so just wanted to share, Maryland was represented in this event and got to meet people from all over the country.
And thank you, Brian. And also thank you for representing us as well. I'm so glad you were there, and then people learn about our commission as well. Thank you for being there. Anyone else wants to share? Tim, please.
Well, Roxanne and Isabel were there. Just was it last weekend? I guess there was the Bubble Tea Fest in Rockville, and 15,000 people came to Rockville Center to enjoy bubble tea, experience performances from dancers from Taiwan and things like that. So, just wanted to. Oh yeah, Christina was obviously there too. So it was a lot of fun. Hopefully, you guys can check it out next year. And yeah, so that was a big activity. It's such a large gathering of people. So
thank you, Tim. Congratulations on such a huge success. I was there last year. I enjoyed so much, and really, it was a huge event. Congratulations on the success. Thank you to commissioners for attending. Larry, you're on mute, Larry.
Okay, in July, I got to meet the young man from the AAPI Youth Fellow. He come to my restaurant to interview me. So we have a great time chatting and share some of our experience with the young people. So that's why I wanted to,
Thank you, Larry, and thank you for your time as well. I know you are super busy, and the fact that you are willing just to spare some time with our youth shows your support. And thank you so much for doing that, Larry. Really
You're
appreciate
welcome.
you.
Chair
You're
Yu,
welcome.
I'm sorry, Chair Yu.
Yes.
I also wanted to share, I apologize again about my video. I wanted to share that I attended and represented, along with you, just this past weekend to celebrate Confucius Day, just before the bubble tea event. And so that was a great honor to help celebrate. And I thank you for the invite.
It was Christina, right? Christina was there, right? So sorry, I think I
Oh,
missed
I'm
that
sorry.
event.
I
No, no, no.
apologize, Christina. I apologize. Yes, we had like 3 events that day. I got confused. Yes, thank you, Christina.
You're welcome.
And we also, along with Christina, of course, we and along with Commissioners Tim Cheng and Roxanne Yamashita, we also represented. And later on that afternoon, along with Christina, we attended the South Asian event in Columbia, Maryland, and
Festival of India.
the Festival of India. And so we had, I also was there to help represent the APAA as well. Thank you.
Right, with Commissioner
With-
Amarjeet Sandhu, who
Yes.
spoke from
Yeah.
the South Asian Commission.
Yes, thank you. Oh, and one more thing that was the next day on Sunday, along with Chair Yu, we attended the AI Summit, and that was quite informative. And it was a very long day, and met with quite a few of the entrepreneurs, as well as some of the established associations there. And I was able to connect with the Asian American Women's Entrepreneur Association, and met with President Bo Peng, and hope to collaborate with her group, and which would be helpful for the youth program as well.
Isabel, you have been so busy over the summer. Thank you so much for your excellent work. Would you please add their organization in the spreadsheet that I will share that with you?
Oh, I
again.
will.
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah, that'll be great. Thank you. Anything else before we move on? Yang.
Yeah, I wanted to put my hands up, but yes, actually we had 2 events. I would like to thank Chair Yu and Isabel for attending the Korean American 75th Liberation Day, and it was very successful. And thank you for presenting the proclamation. But also September 13th, we have had Korean Festival. There were about 4,000 to 5,000 people came, and it was a long day, but it was very successful. Thank you for attending and reading the proclamation.
Thank you, Yang, for organizing these events. I see you work so hard supporting the community. Thank you, everyone, for your updates. It's really inspiring to hear about all the impactful work happening across the state, really, and to support and uplift our communities again. So thank you. Thank you so much for those updates. Let's now turn to commissioner business. So we'll hear from each of our committees. Your leadership and collaboration in these areas help advance our mission and give voice to the diverse needs of Maryland AAPI communities. So the order will be Business and Economic Development Subcommittee, Community Committee, Education Committee. Isabel, if you want to add something more, feel free to add as well, and Health and Legislative Committee. And following that, we will touch on MD 250, where Vice Chair Yamashita will be sharing her new initiative. Now, I will invite each committee chair to share their reports on recent progress and any updates in their respective areas. Let's begin with the Business and Economic Development Committee. Commissioner and Chair Lily Zhang, please get us started.
Hello, everyone. You hear me?
We can hear you, but we cannot see you.
Because I don't know, this is sometimes I can see it and then not see it. Sorry. For our business committee, and the last time, our business committee discussed the idea of the hosting informed networking event. And the Chair Yu has also shared this idea with the other commissions. And there is the strong interest in the organization during the event with other ethical commissions next spring. Our committee will meeting again soon to work out the detail. And the GOCI staff will be invited to join the discussion. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair Zhang. Any questions? All right, let's move on. Next, we'll hear from the Community Committee Commissioner and Chair Tim Zhang. Please take it away.
Well, this summer I sort of took off after planning those two big events last year or this year. And so I think knowing we have lessons learned coming up, we want to get started early. And it's great, exciting to hear that people have already started researching locations for Lunar New Year. And hopefully we can follow some of the lessons learned of where we can announce opportunities to perform at Lunar New Year, so we can have a larger range of performers than the same ones we've had the last few years. And so if we have, since we have all these youths here who might be involved with different performances that have never been performed at the Governor's Commission, you guys can think about it. I'm sure you guys know someone who does stuff that would be fun to share with the committee and possibly even the governor, Yeah, so that's about it. We're going to get started soon with the planning for Lunar New Year. I guess we should start to have a meeting if we're going to start talking about locations. And yeah, and as far as just a minor point of order, I was not aware that a legislative committee got created. Did we have a vote on that?
Yes, at last meeting. I think you actually second the motion.
Okay.
If you could check the minutes.
But I didn't get the email. I didn't get, could I be added to that committee?
Yes,
Because I didn't get any of the emails for that, so that I wasn't aware about the details of that. So.
Okay, that would be great, Tim. I think we ask for volunteers, but I think Yang will be thrilled to hear that you are willing to join her committee.
Okay, I'd just be interested in knowing what we'll be talking about. Thanks.
That'll be wonderful. Thank you, Chair Zhang. And also, as Chair Zhang mentioned that I want to give credits to Commissioner Alana. She cannot be here today, but I really, really want to give credits to Alana Lee that she took the initiative to identify, talk to some possible venues. So I really appreciate her hard work on that. I just want to give a shout out to Alana. Okay, next. Education Committee. Isabel, do you have anything else to add? If so, please.
Well, I already mentioned about the upcoming events that the youth fellows will be participating in. And yes, that would be really great that if they can participate and help develop with the Lunar New Year celebration with you, Tim, Commissioner Tim Chang. And so as we go forward, we'll just, as I mentioned, we'll just, we're going to have some meetings with Maryland's leadership and hopefully have a mock courtroom with some of the Maryland judges. And I just want to let you know that I spoke briefly with Chief Judge Pack at the Bubble Tea, and he was very, very open about having a mock courtroom, and he asked me to go ahead and reach out to his assistant, hoping to get the youth fellows involved in this. So look out for that. And again, just continue to work on other APA events for the Maryland 250 celebrations.
Wonderful. Thank you, Chair Balakit. Thank you, sir. very much. Next, we'll hear from the Health Committee Commissioner and Chair Gerardo. Please take it away.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The Health Committee met at the end of August. We met to kind of outline our key initiatives for the next 12 to 15 months. And just the highlights, as already been shared in this meeting, we welcomed our youth fellows who are joining this committee and bringing so much energy and brilliance to our committee. Watch out to everybody else's committee. We're coming at you. During this meeting, we have reaffirmed our committee goals and clarified our priorities. We have two main priorities. One is to continue supporting the health needs assessment with OCA and the George Washington University. We've been promoting it at, I guess, for over a year now. I'm looking at other commissioners, but we've been promoting that for over a year. I'm going to put the link in the chat for anybody who has not taken it or has not promoted it. And then the second priority that we're working towards is a health forum, most likely in the fall of 2026. That needs further conversations with this commission, but the idea is kind of sitting on our laps. So I already mentioned the youth fellows, but I just want to highlight during this meeting, we had a brainstorm for what would make a health forum successful. All of the youth fellows contributed and really helped us craft and model what are the qualities we're going to be looking for a successful event. And so really appreciate their efforts. Right now, everyone is tasked to brainstorm until our next meeting. And we wanted to have this commission meeting before scheduling our next. So we are kicking off our meetings in the next few weeks.
Awesome. Thank you, Chair Gerardo. Thank you very much. Any questions? Okay, next we'll hear from the Legislative Committee. As this committee was very just newly created at the last meeting up to the votes, Commissioner and Chair Yang Smith agreed to serve as the chair of this Legislative Committee. I will let Chair Smith share the updates, but we just started, so we'll expect some work to come. And also, Chair Smith, you already have one more volunteer, so hopefully that will be some more work.
Thank you so much. Again, I mean, the legislative committee just started. It's new, and I guess we will review the existing legislations and see where the gaps are. I know that early this year we have proposed, I think, 3 to 4 topics. One of them was the care with dignity and things like that. So we would have to review them. And I think it would be a great opportunity for us to engage our youth groups, youth fellows, to work with us to see in terms of legislative process. I guess we'll also work with some legislators and see if they could, collaborate with us. And again, I didn't know there were team members, and thank you, team, for signing up. And we will put our heads together and see what we can do to make some actions going in the legislative sessions. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair Smith. So the legislative priorities that we submitted were proposed at the last legislative breakfast. That's actually Chair Gerardo took a lead on those initiatives, and then hopefully that we can identify some new initiatives that can fill the gap to support our AAPI community. So more to come. Thank you, Chair Smith. And next, we'll hear from Vice Chair Roxanne Yamashita for the new initiative for MD 250. Vice Chair Yamashita, please take it away.
Hi, everyone. So we are going to try to do this new initiative as part of Maryland 250, and that's to have an AAPI art competition. And I just wanted to, have this be more of like a discussion. Part of our committee already met. So Alana and Yang and Isabel and I met earlier in the summer and kind of fleshed out some ideas of how we're going to form this thing. Basically, for this art competition, all the things that we're going to have are going to be mostly flat things. So we're not taking sculpture and things like that. We're taking more like paintings and drawings and things like that, just because it'll be more manageable from that point of view. And we're also limiting it just to the APA community. So not the South Asians, just our community, but it can be artists, any artists. The artist's nationality can be anything. It's just that the art that they reflect should be, their connection to the APA community. And so I'm going to just share my screen just so we can look at this a bit. Oh, I hope I can share my screen. Okay. All right. So you guys should be able to see the document. Can you see it?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, great. So that just goes over basically what I was talking about a little bit here, that we're going to open this up to everybody across Maryland, and we're trying to be as inclusive as possible. So it's going to be from grades K, from kindergartners to all the way through adults. And we're going to have, I'll go into the different categories that we're going to have later to try to separate these people out into groups. The theme, I just used AI to ChatGPT, to generate this by giving them their thing. But I'm completely open. We can rewrite this any way that you guys want. So if you have suggestions, please send them to me so we can come up with a good title. But the main thing is that we want to try to capture through this art program, get people's get a window into some of their family traditions and their stories and their experiences, and how we can all express our cultural pride. So, hopefully we'll get a lot of different kind of artists. Besides opening this up to, students and adults, we also are going to reach out to we're trying to be very inclusive. So we're hoping to get some disabled artists. I spent last week, and I went over to Visibility in Rockville, and they help artists that are disabled make art. So, and I met, some Asian artists there that were making paper art that we could definitely include in our competition. So we might make maybe a special category for them so that we can showcase some of their work. So right now, the age groups we were thinking of making is making a division for grades K through 4, grades 5 through 8, grades 9 through 12, then having all the adults ages 21 and up, and then seniors. And then we'd have maybe disabled children or adults as 2 other groups that we can enter in. And as I mentioned, the art will all be 2-dimensional. So these are just some of the types of art that we can accept. Things, collages, different types of prints, computer generated art, photographs, just that it has to be original concept and design and execution. So they can't violate these US copyright laws. And then we want to give some guidelines that we don't want to have. I'm not sure about this part about being political, but I definitely think it shouldn't be sensationalistic, gruesome, or have stereotypes, like that we want to kind of prevent from propagating. But what do you guys think about the political, if people want to make political statements or art that could be deemed as political? Should we just stay out of that since we have to be neutral? Or
I think it's best that we do stay out of that, because it may cause it would be very complicated and cause some conflicts, especially in today's society.
Okay. Okay. Any other thoughts? Everyone's in agreement? All right. And then we're going to have them sign up. Okay.
Kim,
Yes.
I see you are unmute. Do you want to say something?
What was that? You talking to me?
I see you are unmute. Do you want to say something? I just want to make sure that everybody is wants to share.
Oh, well, I just think it's going to be hard to, how do we judge what's political and what's not?
That's a good point, Tim. So
Because
yeah.
it's a really tough criteria to say not political if you're going to judge art, because artists create what they want to create.
Mhm.
And if they submit it, what if it's a subtle message?
Mhm.
I just think that it's a slippery slope to once we start to introduce censorship.
That's why I think
Yeah.
it's best to leave it alone. It could,
I mean, when we say leave it alone, that's what I'm saying. It's like people can interpret it many different ways. I mean, obviously, you could say the obvious art message if they just write it in text, but you can do the same message without text in art. So that's why it's like if we wanted to encourage certain messages, we could just state a theme that they should do, and then they could be subtle about it, but there's nothing we can do about that, is what I'm saying. You could say the theme. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Sorry.
No, that's a good point, Tim. Thank you for sharing that. That's a very good point. Amy?
I agree with Tim. I think maybe if we're trying to avoid something, maybe do a theme. But in my point of view, art is expression, and whatever that expression is. And typically most art will be political in some fashion. And in a time when our First Amendment rights are being stifled, I think to tell young children especially, like, you can't do something, I think if anything, we want to promote it. I definitely get what Isabel's saying, though. Like, it could blow up in our face. So maybe the theme would be a good idea. That way you kind of, you can kind of bucket it or put guidelines without stating it's like censorship, I guess. But I would hesitate from trying to tell someone not to express themselves however they might want to at this time.
Yeah, that's a very good point. So from GOSI's perspective, Christine and Lisa, would you like to add something?
I mean, I think an easy theme could be Maryland 250.
That's a good point, Tim. Roxanne, can we just do a theme at MD 250?
Yes, I'm happy with that.
that's a good idea.
That's a good idea. So, and then also I'm wondering, is that necessary for us to put a disclaimer saying that any like opinion expressed does not reflect the commission standpoint, or do we need to do that? I don't know how GOSI does that for guidance. Anyone from GOSI can provide some guidance on that?
Yeah, that's a good question. Maybe GOSI's already done some art competitions, or Maryland. So maybe a simple disclaimer that this is the art that is submitted by a Maryland artist. I mean, that's good enough, you know.
Yeah, that doesn't reflect our standpoint on any, right, either side. Yeah, okay. That sounds really good. These are very, very good points actually for us to bear in mind. Very good. Anything else? Any other questions?
Oh, yeah, the other thing that we were discussing is how we're going to display this art. So I wanted to talk, we wanted to talk to Tim to get his input if we wanted to try to include some of this artwork at the Lunar New Year Festival.
I think that's a great idea. But digital art's a little tricky, right? That would imply that our venue needs to support monitor type of thing.
Oh, no, not that kind of digital. I mean, they would create it digitally on a computer, but everybody has to produce a 2D hard copy. And we're going to be actually collecting the actual physical art pieces. Actually, Yang is going to collect them all at her house. So we'll have the physical thing will be we'll put it up on a wall.
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
the initial idea was
like an art gallery.
Sorry. So initial idea was to send to GOSI office, but their office does not have any capacity to keep the artwork. So I'm the backup. If anybody has any, I mean, if anyone has any idea where is a better place to store this artwork, we are open, right? So I'm just a backup.
Just this is great. I'm really excited about art. I just wanted to share in Baltimore City, NAP Baltimore is partnering with Towson Asian Arts and Culture Center and Baltimore City Recs and Parks to host Lunar New Year Festival from February 15th to March 1st, and it's being built around an arts gallery effort, and it's going to be hosted in Silburn Arboretum at the Vollmer Center. And so Couple of things I just wanted to share from that experience so far, from learning from the group that's doing it. Instead of telling or asking folks what not to put in their art, is really focusing on what the selection and review criteria is and really emphasizing that. So like artistic quality, cultural relevance, community engagement, feasibility, diversity, representation are just a couple of the things that they noted. And then artists are responsible to come a day or two before the festival to to hang up their materials. And so that's why it's easy for these partners not to ask for them to be delivered to them, because the artists are responsible for putting them up.
Mm.
I mean, the main thing with Lunar New Year is until we have a location and have a sense of that location, it's hard to know what we can present in that location.
We were going to limit the quantity of items, so it would just be. I think there'll be like maybe 7 slots. So if we just do the winner and the runner up, it won't be many pieces. We
Sure.
could even display it like on one of like our community table displays with boards and things like this. So I think it won't be that big that we can't place it somewhere.
Yeah, I see Christina hands up, please.
Hi, thank you, Chair Yu. I wanted to address a question that was posed in regards to the use of MGM as an events venue for this.
Oh, it wasn't for this. It was for possibility of Lunar New Year.
Oh, it was in the same email as the
Because we
questions about the
started,
art.
we were just talking and it just kind of, it changed. So
Okay.
I'm sorry for the confusion.
All right. Well, then I'm done.
Oh, but thank you. Another thing is that we might also try to get a separate venue to actually show all the art pieces. And Christina's looking into possibly securing Montgomery Mall for us. So thank you, Christina.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So what was that? Does that mean that you are thinking to have separate events or joint events with Lunar New Year, or separate? I didn't get it. I'm sorry.
It would be separate events. There would be
Okay.
some kind of reception and the time that it would be there, and then it would just be shown once briefly at Lunar New Year.
Okay. Thank you for the clarification. Okay, so if I'm correct, there are 2 options right now. So the first option is that to do combine with Tim's Lunar New Year events, and the second option is that to have 2 separate things, right? But we are having this agreement. We are in agreement of having this theme as called art competition, whatever, MD 250, right? So to avoid any controversial like issues, and then okay. So I'm open to either way. So it's up to the commission to decide. So any other ideas about receiving this artwork? So right now, as I shared that I am the backup. My house is a backup to receive artwork. Anyone has any better ideas to where those artworks can be sent to?
I see Ty raising his hand.
Okay, Ty, please.
Roseanne,
Yes,
can you
Ty.
scroll up a little bit, because okay, a little more. Yes, Selena. Is it confused from Friday, February 13, 26 through Saturday, February 21st, 26, 1 week, and then the award selection will be announced by May 8, 25. What is it?
That means we will be if we have the Montgomery Mall space, we will exhibit the artwork, but we won't announce who's a winner necessarily during that time, or we might. I don't know. I can't remember why we came up with these dates, but we were trying to find we were trying to frame it, I think, around Lunar New Year. I don't know. Until we can secure a venue, I think we can't really we don't really know what dates anything can happen.
So you should change the date or what?
Yeah, these dates aren't firm. I think it was just like a rough idea of when they could be, but I'm not really. I think the selection before was May 8th because we were thinking of incorporating it into the heritage, our Heritage Month, but then we decided not to do that and to move it to Lunar New Year. That's why there's more. The dates are weird.
It's still a work in progress, in other words.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, this is our draft that we're still working on. But I think first we need to see, if we can get a separate location. Christina had another idea that if she can't secure Montgomery Mall, that she could get a place like CCAC's art gallery. But I was hoping for some place that was more accessible to the public. So if anybody has connections to other malls that they could reach out to, that would, I think, be a good idea.
Yeah, thank you, Roxanne. Amy?
So if it needs to be exhibited in February, it could be a problem. But I'm thinking some of our local libraries are willing to host different things. But if it's going to conflict with Black History Month, it might be hard. So depending on how those dates work.
Wouldn't it be good to have it on Asian Pacific American History Month?
So we want to select it by May, right? So when would it be hanging? I guess that was where I was confused. It's like exhibited.
Yeah,
February 3rd.
no, that would be great if we could have it in May.
I mean, that would give us more time, right? Because judging criteria, make sure we have clean criteria set, give enough time for the artists to submit, because it's good. I don't know, just a thought. And if we can find a space to display APA History Month, then it's even better.
Yeah, and I feel like, well, at least our county libraries in Prince George's, they always want to do something that exhibits whatever that heritage or culture is being celebrated. So they are always looking. And I'm not sure about other counties, but I imagine.
I would think so.
So that could be an option, maybe.
Even Baltimore City Central Library, yeah.
Yeah, that would be great. So either PG County or Baltimore would be great. So we would be very, very much appreciated. So Amy, when you mentioned about the library collaboration, do you think there is a possibility to waive the fee if we collaborate with them?
What do you mean, for using a location or?
Yeah. So using that, is there a possibility to waive the fee?
I'm not sure what kind of fees they have.
Okay. Okay, I'm just curious. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I've worked with them before, but through my official capacity with work, and so there's not really a fee there. The problem is, depending on the size of the library, and then how much you can do indoors versus outdoors and things like that.
Right.
But I mean, I guess it depends on how big we're thinking this may be, and if it's after hours versus not after hours. They have all sorts of rules, but it's something we could definitely look into.
That's right. Thank you. Thank you, Amy, for that point. Roxanne, do you have an idea how many works that you want to collect? Because that might also affect our selection of the venue. Like to Amy's point, that depending on how much we have.
Right. We really don't know. I mean, we've never done this before, so we don't know.
That's true. Okay, right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so okay. Thank you.
I kind of think we should try to get a big space if we're going to do an exhibition. Just because. But I mean, the library should be sufficient because they have a lot of wall space, right?
Yeah.
And it's flat, so.
The library
Really good idea, Amy, the library idea.
Yeah, I do like the library idea, and I know most libraries, as long as the conference rooms are available, they're free. Most of I know in Charles County, St. Mary's County, and also Howard County, they're free. You just have to make sure you set up a schedule ahead of time.
Okay, all right. All of these good ideas. Roxanne, do you have anything else to add? Please continue. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, no. So yeah, we have some general criteria that we can work on. As Brian mentioned, I think that will help, narrow down the type of art that people make. So I think in this section that we have for the communication of the theme. We're trying to look for these sorts of things, the contributions that are made to U.S. society, appropriate representation for AAPI month, and how we've advanced certain fields. We've also been meeting with several different people. Yang has initiated all these meetups to get to know some of the artists that are in the community. And I was thinking maybe Tim would also have contacts of people that we could possibly tap to be judges, so that we have, like a big judges from all different nationalities, well, Asian nationalities, representing and looking at this. So we have a lot of, right now we have like Japanese and some white people and some Chinese people. So it'd be good to have Vietnamese and Thai and other artists that can judge, or art aficionados to help judge this. Okay, so we'll work up a different timeline of the dates to correspond more with doing the exhibition during the month of May. And hopefully I'll have some updates. Once we get the flyer made, I'll share it with everyone so we can see if that's okay.
That's a great idea, Amy.
Yeah.
Amy made a great comment in the chat.
Oh, okay. Let me go look in the chat. All right, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for this suggestion. Thank you, Vice Chair Yamashita. Thank you so much for this idea, and thank you for the ideas and suggestions. Okay, so next we'll have Roxanne. You'll continue the conversation, right, about more details in terms of this art composition, right? You'll get the group together, right?
Yes.
So we can talk from there, and then Christina and Lisa will be also invited to the meeting for all of the conversation. So okay, so we can have more conversation around that. So okay, so under the new business, we'll discuss committee charges and future work. I think we touched that already. Is I do have one new item for the new business, that is our Lunar New Year event. I think Tim has already touched that work. So it will be a wonderful opportunity not only to celebrate, but also to bring together communities across the state. So Tim, do you have anything else to add in terms of Lunar New Year?
I just had a question with Christina. Are we still required to rotate to every county in Maryland? Because I just as in case we aren't able to get a good venue in other places, other counties.
So let me just clarify that there's not a requirement to hold our different events in different counties. This is something we would like to do so that we share and don't leave, some of the counties that we don't go to as much. So don't feel that you have to go to specific counties, but the thing is, what we want to avoid is having it in the same places every time, right?
I just wanted a backup in case all our efforts to Prince George's or Baltimore City or Baltimore County don't come to fruition.
Sure.
Yang being at Howard County, or having, having people, Reza, who's at Carroll County, we have these backups.
Consider Frederick too.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's a good point. So I guess we'll have
They have a
meeting
growing
to try to
Asian
figure out
population.
figure out location to start the research process for location, and maybe do a flyer call out for performers that we can spread outside just our usual suspects.
And then the other thing is to keep in mind, we really need to start putting together a budget, what the needs would potentially be.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you. Tim, when would you like to get the group together to start planning for the Lunar New Year event, do you think?
I'll do a doodle for maybe in October, see when people are around. Yeah, I'll set up a doodle and send it out. There's 15 of us now, right?
Yes,
Okay.
that sounds fantastic. Thank you. Thank you so much for taking this heavy lift every time, every year. I know we asked you to take this heavy lift every year. Thank you so much for that. Okay, all right. At this time, I would like to open the floor for any public announcement. Please share updates, upcoming events, or opportunities that would benefit our community. If there anyone from the public, I don't think so for today. And anyone at this call, if you have an announcement, please state your name and organization, or like which organization events you want to share, or our commissioners events. Please feel free. Sue, please.
Yeah, I wanted to share that Asian American Lead is doing a joint effort with GW, Asian Pacific American Law Student Association, and we are going to be doing a film screening on October the 2nd. I dropped the flyer into the chat. It is a free event. We just ask that you register. The film is called Making Waves. And it's, just really, there's some issues that it touches upon on API hate, different issues, but the director is actually coming to town. So there'll be sort of a little discussion afterwards. Any questions, just let me know, but that's going to be the evening of October the 2nd. Thanks.
Thank you, Sue. That's wonderful. Thank you. Christina?
Thank you. I wanted to ask, Sue, is this something that you want shared out to the community?
Yes, you can share that out to the community. I can send it to you in an email, Christina. That might be easier for you. Thank you
Okay,
so
thank
much.
you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you both. Anyone else would like to? Lisa? Christina?
Commissioner Rossmark, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Can you
okay.
hear me?
Yeah.
Yes,
Commissioner Rossmark,
we
who is
see your virtual hand.
who is GW?
Oh, sorry, George Washington University.
University.
Okay, I didn't want to assume. Thank you. I'm
No
taking
worries.
notes. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Lisa. Anyone else has any announcement to share with? Yes. Go ahead.
I have one, I have an invitation on October 5th. This is during the day from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. I was invited to the 10th annual Branch Out celebration. Branch Out is a educational organization. They do mentoring and things like that. And I asked if I could bring some of our commissioners, and I'm going to email you to see if anybody's interested in going to this. It's going to be in Rockville on October 5th from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Thank you, Christina. And I think I've also shared a couple of events on October the 4th of the Moon Festival, right? If any communities celebrate the Moon Festival, I know some people already replied saying that they plan to attend. I also shared one from Howard County as well. So if you plan to attend, please let Christina and me know. And any other events also. Anything else?
I also have an event. October 2nd is a Chuseok celebration. It's like a Thanksgiving for Koreans. So it's happening in the Baltimore City Greenmount Senior Center. So if anybody would like to attend, I can share. I think, Chair, you have shared that information, right, already?
Yes, I have.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for inviting us. And our youth, please, our youth fellows, if any events that you feel that you are interested in, please join us. You are more than welcome to join us, our youth fellows. And especially like some events that are closer to you, like Baltimore. I know we have some youth from Baltimore, and also we have some youth from Howard County. So I can see a few of you. And then so these events are quite close to where you locate. Okay, Christina or Lisa, do you have any other public announcement?
I do not, Chair.
I think, did I send out about the Mid-Autumn Festival
Which
for
one?
the Vietnamese American Services? So our former Commissioner To's organization will have something on October 5th from 2 to 6 p.m. Busy day.
It is a busy day. And also I think there's something going on in Frederick as well, right, Christina? I can't remember which date.
Yeah, I don't remember which date
I
for
remember.
Frederick.
I remember October 6th too, in Turner County.
Oh, okay.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Okay, it's a very busy period because it's a moon festival for many communities. That's why.
That's right.
Express in October 4. Maybe.
Okay, all right. Anything else? I want to make sure that everyone has a chance to share.
Commissioner Law, are you raising your hand?
You're on mute.
I'm just assessing my camera here.
Okay, okay.
Thank you, Lisa.
You're welcome.
Okay.
I do have a question.
Yes, please.
In regards to the 250 celebrations, if we have any other events outside of APAA, I think this is the question probably for Christina. Should we contact you or contact the executive director, Larry Walker, if we have other ideas for, like, if, for example, what I'm trying to say is I'm working with the Port Tobacco Players Theater here in Charles County, and they're working on a project for 250. And I said that I would help them organize what they plan to do to celebrate 250. And of course, I want to incorporate Asian Americans into this program. Who do I reach out to?
Well, as you know, Executive Director Walker is a part of the 250 Commission,
Yes.
as well as Ethnic Director Keith Colston.
Okay.
So if you have questions that are specific to 250 Commission projects, you may want to inquire to them.
Okay.
Certainly, please CC me. As you mentioned, you're trying to incorporate API.
Yes. Okay, that would be good. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay, I want to make sure everyone has a chance to share, to ask questions, and to make any comments for anyone who hasn't got a chance to share or ask a question. I want to make sure that this last chance giving to you, that do you have anything else to share? Any questions to ask? Okay, so before we close, again, I want to take a moment to express my gratitude to all of you, our wonderful commissioners, youth fellows, and GOSI staff for the time and energy you put into this work. Each of you contributes to making Maryland a stronger, more inclusive home for our AAPI communities. And also, I want to say special thanks again to Christina for her support, and to Katie and Quill from for joining us today. Let's continue to work together to serve our communities and ensure that our voices are heard in Maryland. The next commission meeting will be December, so you will hear from us in terms of agenda and the invites. If there is no further business, may I have a motion to adjourn?
I motion.
May I have a second?
Second,
Who was the second?
it was Amy.
Thank you, Amy.
If everyone in favor, please say aye or raise your virtual hand.
Aye.
Aye.
Commissioner.
Aye.
Lisa, are you getting everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
The meeting is now adjourned. I look forward to seeing you at our next gathering. Thank you so much, everybody. Good night.
Good night. Thank
Good
you.
night, everyone.
Bye.
Good night. Bye-bye.